Okay, why you can't get anything done? This is something I struggled with for many years. I just couldn't seem to get anything in motion. And when I did, I always self-sabotaged in some way. So I want to give you some of the reasons why you can't seem to get anything done. And in fact, I have a bonus one for you at the end as well. Let's dive straight into it. The first one is you lack clarity. You don't know what you want. You can't score if you don't have a target. You need to identify a target in order to aim at it. And so many guys will say wishy-washy things such as, well, I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to work for myself one day. These are all very vague goals. And this actually ties very beautifully into point number 2. You're not trying enough shit. How do you gain clarity? By going out there and trying shit. And I like to use the food example because it's one that a lot of people can understand. Your favorite food right now might be pizza because you eat a lot of it, right? But there's a cuisine out there in some part of the world that you still haven't tried. That once you try, may become your preferred cuisine, and more specifically, there might be a dish that you try, I don't know, a Malaysian dish or something, and you're like, man, that was fucking brilliant. That's my new favorite dish. That's my new favorite meal. So right now, if you're 19 and you're like, well, Ali, I don't know what I want to do in my life. I've been there, man. I didn't know until I was like 25. And even that is still young as shit, in my opinion, because you've got the rest of your natural life. And so confusion in your early 20s and late teens is very normal because you're not doing enough to figure out what it is that you like and you don't like. And that's why I've put in brackets over there, gather data. Go out there, try things out. I tried Amazon FBA, digital marketing, and I actually gave it a proper shot. I was going out there, I was meeting potential clients for my SMMA business, and right, I even onboarded a client, a dentist. So I was out there making moves. Now, you might be asking me right now, or you might be thinking, well, Ali, why don't you go ahead with it? Because it wasn't really something I pictured myself doing as a career. It was a good opportunity for me to sharpen my sales skills and go out there in front of people who were successful and had money and practice my presentation skills as well. But it just wasn't something that I saw myself doing in the long run. But I went out there and I tried it. And I don't mean 2 weeks. I don't mean you go out there and you create a nice website for your digital marketing business and then you create a nice video or whatever. No, you've got to actually go out there and do the dirty work. The dirty work that gets the result. Not the behind the scenes website, logo. That shit don't get you results. It helps eventually. But the important thing is to go out there and say, hi, my name is, nice to meet you. This is what I do. Let's sit down, have a coffee, and let me share with you how I can help your business grow. The nitty-gritty, right? Networking. You got to do that. And then practice your presentation skills. And this is why I tell young guys, on your journey of figuring out what the fuck you want to do, get a sales job. At some point in your life, get a sales job where you have to make $100, $200 a day. Just speaking to random strangers and trying to sell to them will massively develop your communication skills and obviously your sales skills, understanding how to combat objections and things like that. It's very important. Anyways, this is becoming more of a sales video now. But the point is, you're not trying enough shit. So go out there, try things out. And don't feel like, oh, I ain't got time. Yeah, you do. Give Amazon FBA 8 months. Put money in the game. Right? $5,000 if you have $5,000. Develop a product. I mean, you got to be willing to face the possibility of losing your money. I mean, that's the price to become an entrepreneur, if that's what you want to be. It's high risk, but high reward if you can get it right. And if you lose, fuck it. It's a learning experience. And I'll get onto that a little bit later on. Number 3, you overwhelm yourself with excessive social media consumption. Now, look, I'm obviously someone who uses social media pretty much every day because I have a brand that I'm building. But there was a period in my early 20s where I was just consuming other people's content. And a part of me, and I'll be honest, I'm not proud to say this, a part of me was jealous of what other people were doing on social media. You know, and this brings me to a quote that I share occasionally on my social media platforms. Don't be upset by the results that you didn't get from the work that you didn't do. You didn't do the damn work, so shut up. Don't be upset by the results that you didn't get from the work that you didn't do. You didn't do the work, and so you don't deserve the fucking result. So don't be hating on someone that has gone out there and paid the price, because you don't see the behind the scenes. You only see what they show you. And look, there are a lot of corny goofballs out there that sit on a Lambo and shit. I mean, why the hell would you sit on your own Lambo? Right? What car is that? No fucking clue. Probably a Vauxhall Astra with a massive exhaust. But look, there's a lot of people out there that don't promote themselves in the best way, let's just say, on social media. However, there are people that have genuinely gone out there, delivered real value, and have attained the prize that they were after. So don't be hating on people like that. If anything, that should inspire you that it is possible. If that person can do it, then so can I. If they can, so can I. They're still making Bentleys. They're still making Aston Martins. If another man is sitting in that vehicle, then you know what? It's still in production. I can still go out there at some point and buy one for myself. If I deliver enough value to the marketplace, one day I shall attain that prize. Gather inspiration from what you see other people achieving. There's enough to go around for everybody, believe me. People that are envious, they have a scarcity mindset. They think, oh, this person's success is diminishing mine. It makes them feel inferior. They feel like someone successful is just taken from them when that's not the case. They're delivering so much value that people are offering them money. Okay? So don't over-consume social media. Consume and create. Consume and create. The ratio in my books is 80% production, 20% consumption. Consumption does help you. It does. I used to think, oh, no, I don't want to look at social media at all. No, that's not wise, because you can gain ideas from looking at what other people are doing. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I can adapt my own twist on that. Right? So you can definitely take ideas from other people and then just add your own flavor to it. So there's nothing wrong with consuming content. But if you find yourself mindlessly scrolling, it's time to take a step back and be like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm just consuming. I need to create something. Okay? Number 4, you're afraid to be seen starting at the bottom. This is a big one. This is a big one for a lot of guys. They don't want to be seen having to ask for the first client. But if you don't ask, you shall not receive. Someone at some point decided, you know what? I could actually make this into a service and sell it. You know what? Let me go to somebody and ask them if they want to buy it. You have to. You have to. Every major company in the world today, at some point, didn't have customers. And then they got the first and second and third, and then things compounded. This applies to anything. YouTube, right? At some point, I didn't have a single subscriber. Well, I think I did, actually. It was my other account. I was subscribed to myself. But, I mean, look, you got to support yourself, right? But I started from somewhere, and then 2, 3, 4, and then now I'm very grateful to have well over 20,000 people that are subscribed to the channel. And if you're enjoying this video, by the way, make sure you drop a like and a comment down below. Fuck what people think. If they have something negative to say, it's a projection of their own insecurity. That's how you got to see it. They're mad because they want to do what they see you do, but they can't seem to muster up the courage to do it. So seeing you reminds them of the things they're not doing. Have sympathy towards them. I never take online hate personal because people don't know me. If someone doesn't know me in real life, why shall I take their opinion seriously and start rolling around in my bed at night thinking, oh God, Jimmy on TikTok said that I've got a big head, which I do have, by the way. So if there is a Jimmy out there that thinks I've got a massive head, you're right. It's huge. Has its own gravitational pull, right? So fuck what people think, even if it's family. Usually with family, it's not hate, it's just fear. They're projecting their own fear. They don't want you to fall on your face and get hurt, especially your mum and dad. Now, there are people out there that are just a little bit insecure about you going out there and becoming better than them, maybe cousins and things like that. But it is what it is. And don't be going out there and having these big conversations with everyone. Small minds will never understand big ideas. And you'll know very quickly, because when you'll speak to someone about your big idea, if you find that they start to become negative very quickly without hearing you out, or they start changing the topic, and then in your mind, say to yourself, okay, going forward, I'm not going to have these kinds of conversations with this individual. You can love them. They can be a family member. You can go to their birthday and their baby shower, whatever. But just when it comes to having big conversations about business and grand plans, don't have it with them. Just go out there and execute. And that should be your philosophy anyways. Don't be telling everybody, well, here's what I intend on doing. Just fucking do it, man. And then you'll create the noise from the success that will consequently arrive. Success is quite noisy. People will find out. They will. Okay? So fuck what they think. Just go out there and do it, man. Don't let that paralyze you and keep you in a state of inaction. Number 5, your goals, if you have any, and I've put in brackets if you have any for a reason, because most people don't even have goals. But if you do, they're not big enough. That's why you don't feel compelled to go out there and execute. You're like, well, I could. I mean, if you're making $2,000 a month right now and your goal is to make 2.5, I'll be honest with you, that's a fucking shit goal. That's a shit goal. That's just about, what, 20% increase in monthly earnings? It's crap. It's not going to get anyone fucking turned on and ready to go out there and just crush it. No. Nobody wakes up every single day excited to make an extra 20% of their monthly income, right? It's a process. Fucking, I've got a wasp or something in my eye. So you got to set goals that make you scared and excited at the same time. Imagine I can fucking pull this off. Just imagine. What kind of a life will I end up living? What kind of a life will my parents end up living? My spouse, my future kids, if I can pull this off. And look, there will be days where you question yourself and you say, fucking hell, man, is this even possible? What the fuck was I thinking? Maybe I was stupid to set a goal that big. Who am I to do it? And then the next day you're like, yeah, let's fucking get it. So you'll have the emotional up and downs. Doubt will creep in, but how do you kill doubt? Through action. Action will take you out of doubt, and doubt will take you out of action. That's a philosophy I live by. Whenever I find myself not wanting to do things, it's because I've been in a state of inaction for far too long. And it's almost always after I go out there and I move and I get things done that I somehow gain that belief again. Even if it's as simple as going for a run, I'm always far more excited to go out there and crush even my business goals after a run. When my body has moved, when there's blood flow rushing through my neck, an increase in blood flow, right? Oxygen. I feel alive. So motion is key. You've got to go out there and move. Set goals that scare the fucking daylights out of you, and at the same time, excite you for what's to come. Number 6, you don't understand why failure is important. Now, you got to fail forward. That's something I say all the time. Failure is necessary. Failure comes with success. Success comes with failure. You need to fail. Failure is just gathering data once again. Right, okay, this doesn't fucking work. Thomas Edison, how many times did he say it? Well, that's another way that doesn't work. Let's keep moving. Again and again and again, thousands of times. And most of us now, we're so fucking weak. We post one video on YouTube, it doesn't get views, and we're like, oh, see, darn it. I knew this wasn't going to work out. Fucking weak. You're ready to quit on yourself that easily? After one attempt? Okay, let me give you the benefit of the doubt. 10 attempts. That's still fuck all. I told a guy who was asking me about content creation recently that you should make at least 1,000 bloody videos before you have the audacity to question the process. Make 1,000. Before you start saying, Ali, when should I really have a sit down with myself and be concerned about my lack of progress? Make a fucking 1,000 videos. Quality comes with quantity. This whole idea, oh yeah, but Ali, should I focus on quality or should I... Quantity. And that'll improve the quality. But you have to be willing to fail in order to get to where you need to get to. You fail forward. The first car ever produced is nowhere near as good as the cars today. But someone had to make the first fucking car. Someone had to. The first plane. I mean, they were human beings back then that were saying, listen, if we were supposed to fly, we'd have wings. The fuck are you doing? A machine? A several-ton machine in the air? Are you out of your mind? But some brothers, what are they called again? Fucking can't remember. But they were like, hey, let's fucking do it. They had the fucking balls, man. They had a dream that scared them and excited them at the same time. Okay, so you've got to fail forwards. I'm a trader. I'm a currency trader. And in trading, you have to lose. You have to. You can never go on a winning streak forever. At some point, you'll lose. And you need to understand that losses are part of the game. It comes with the territory. It's not some supernatural event. Oh my God, Ali, I lost a position. What the fuck am I going to do? Carry on. If you're a trader, potentially lower the risk if you've been on a losing streak so that you're not eating up at your capital. But then you'll win again, and then you'll get a second win, and then maybe another loss, and then a win again. So you've got to be okay with risk, with losing. Look, in my opinion, my definition of losing is quitting. That's my definition personally. You only lose when you quit. If you keep going, it's impossible to lose. It's impossible. It's inevitable that you'll win. Okay? Number 7, you're too impatient. Okay? Understand the stages of competence. So the reason why you're impatient is because you're naive. I'm just going to keep it real. You're naive and you don't understand that things take time. You don't plant the seed for an oak tree today and come back tomorrow and think, hang on, I've been scammed. Where's the oak tree at? I mean, they'll come and take you away. You can't be that stupid. You can't get your wife pregnant and then come to her a week later and say, where's the baby? I thought it'd be here by now. They'll come and take you away. Things take time, and there's 4 stages of competence, which I've made videos on previously, but just quickly to run through it. Unconscious incompetence, meaning you don't know what you don't know. It's completely new to you. You have no fucking clue what you're looking at. Everybody starts there. And then you move into conscious incompetence, where you start to become aware of the mistakes that you're making and, oh, I'm losing because of this. But you're still shit. And then you move into conscious competence, where what you do is now yielding a result, but you still have to think about it. You're like, if I do that, I'll get this. Still making mistakes, but you're now aware of what's getting the results. And then finally, you move into the stage of unconscious competence, where it's second nature to you. Like driving your car. In the beginning, if you remember, I certainly do. First time I was driving around by myself after my driving test, man, I felt like I was in a spaceship. Right? My feet were on the clutch and I was nervous that I'd lift it too quick and stall the car, and my hands were on the gearbox and I was like, fuck, what if I stall? I'm looking around everywhere. I'm hyper aware and very nervous. Now I drive with my feet. Okay, I don't actually, but you get the fucking point. Now you drive, I'm making a coffee at the same time. I'm doing loads of shit. It's second nature to me now. By the way, I am a safe driver. But you get the fucking point here, right? It's not something I have to really stress about now. It just happens. So you have to develop your relationship with time. It's going to take fucking time. It will, and that's okay. And then the last bonus point, which I was thinking of as I was recording the video to begin with, is you allow your limiting beliefs to cripple you. You've got to be your number one fan. You really have to be. If you want to make it in anything in life, you've got you for the rest of your life. You are going to spend the most amount of time with you for the rest of your fucking life. So why not be your number one fan? Why not be delusionally invested in a dream? Why not be? Yeah, I want people to say you're delusional. Will Smith once said, there's a certain delusional quality that every successful person has to have. Yeah, I am fucking crazy up there. Vincent van Gogh says, right, you got to lose your mind. Yeah, I have lost my mind. Even Conor McGregor, when he was referencing Vincent van Gogh at one point, was saying, yeah, I've lost my mind because I've been invested in the sport For the last decade, I gave it everything. I was obsessed. This is all I was doing, morning, day, and night. All right? So yeah, you're going to feel sometimes like maybe this is too big of a dream. But you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, if I don't fully believe in myself, who will? Who will? And if you are in a relationship or you've got kids, just remember, a man that has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. If you want your wife to believe in your vision, if you want your kids to believe in your vision, you must believe in your vision. You must be fully immersed in the dream. And you must picture it so clearly you can almost touch it. That's how it's got to be. If you have an ounce of doubt, you're out. Okay? Hopefully you've gained value. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Which point stood out to you the most? Share your personal story. If you're new here, consider giving this video a like and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.